A mysterious woman pays for everyone's groceries before she is recognized by a fan. When the shoppers at Walmart in Palm Springs, California arrived at the store on the day before Thanksgiving in 2019, they were met with huge crowds of frantic shoppers. This day is always busy, and it's usually stressful for shoppers who are trying to stick to a budget during the holiday. When one woman mysteriously began paying for other shoppers' items, she brushed it off by saying that she had just won the lottery and wanted to share her winnings. This explanation was enough for some people, but one woman at the store soon recognized the do-gooder because she was a huge fan of her music. Most people can recall at least one time in their lives where they were strapped for cash. Unfortunately, this is a common occurrence, especially around the holidays. But could anyone save the customers checking out in Thanksgiving 2019? There's nothing more embarrassing than loading up a cart full of groceries and then being told by the cashier that your card has been declined for insufficient funds. Of course, we could simply dig into our wallet or purse and pay with cash, but what if there isn't enough money? All kinds of thoughts run into our heads under these situations. We think about calling someone to lend us some money or ask the cashier to take some stuff out and watch them roll their eyes while everyone in line groans. But we certainly wouldn't expect someone rich and famous to get us out of a bind. Most celebrities have people that take care of the groceries for them, which is why we don't often run into them at the grocery store. So what would a famous person even be doing at a supermarket? It happened on Wednesday, November 27, 2019. It was the day before Thanksgiving, and Walmart shoppers in Palm Springs, California, were roaming around the aisles looking for things they needed, like food, home products, kitchen utensils, and a few other miscellaneous items like bath and beauty staples, as well as shoes and apparel. But an amazing experience awaited them in line. Like most customers shopping over the holidays, the people waiting in line at Walmart were worried. Had they put too much in their cart? Would they be able to afford everything inside it? Should they put some stuff back? But they didn't realize they had nothing to worry about because an angel was about to take care of everything. The angel, in the form of a woman, walked into Walmart and started using her credit card to pay for everyone's groceries. Naturally, everyone was very confused, so they asked her what she was up to, and the answer left them bewildered. She identified herself as Cece and explained to the baffled Walmart customers that she had won the lottery, but this didn't explain why she was helping a bunch of perfect strangers the day before Thanksgiving. Everyone was very confused by this woman. Was she a nutjob from the street? Why was she telling everyone she had just won the jackpot? Was she just trying to rub it in? As it turns out, she wasn't trying to show off. She was just letting them know she wanted to pay for them. But how did people react in the end? Naturally, people wanted to take photos with this kind lady who was willing to pay for their items. And as far as everyone else was concerned, she might as well have been a freaking superstar. Well, as luck would have it, she actually was. Although initially skeptical, they even embraced this awesome stranger's kind heart and thanked her for her generosity. But she wasn't being completely honest with the customers. In fact, she had a secret that was about to come out right away. But she didn't tell the shoppers her real name, which led her fan to wonder, does she want me to tell people who she really is, or should I leave it a secret so she can shop in peace? This woman hadn't actually won the lottery. She's a famous singer the world over who can hardly walk on the sidewalk without being recognized when she's in full hair and makeup. But with this laid-back look, she looks just like anyone else. A normal day for this woman includes singing in a recording studio or directing actors on a film set, so it isn't often that she's seen out and about just shopping like anyone else, which is why her fan almost didn't believe that it was her. This woman was hard at work filming and writing a new film when this event happened, so it's also surprising that she could take off enough time to do some shopping for Thanksgiving during her grueling schedule. The woman is very famous around the world for the sound of her voice, so it is understandable why the shoppers in the store didn't recognize her at all, but a huge fan realized why she had the funds to pay for everyone's groceries. One of the customers noticed something familiar about Cece. They discovered she wasn't really a lottery winner at all. Had this woman raised everyone's hopes up for nothing? or could she actually fork over the cash to pay everyone's bills? That same customer realized that Cece was, in fact, Australian singer Sia. Once everyone realized this, they were shocked to say the least, and someone was quoted saying, "I love that she did this not for the recognition of showing kindness, but just actually being a kind person." The story hit the internet. Social media blew up with posts about what Sia had done. One Twitter user wrote she didn't want people to know who she was or why she was doing it, and more posts kept pouring in praising the singer. But was Sia upset that a fan blew her cover? The fan who blew her cover is known as Audrey Buckles, known on Twitter as Mexican Loca. And while she was grateful for Sia's act of kindness, she also felt bad that she had told everyone, so she apologized to the singer on Twitter, but she wasn't the only one to praise the singer. Twitter users couldn't stop showering Sia with love and affection over what she had done. Most celebrities don't take the time to do this and opt to simply send money to charity, but Sia was in a league of her own. People from all over the place were responding to Mexican Loca's original message, claiming Sia was their celebrity crush. Not that anyone could blame them from their perspective, she was the ultimate champion through and through. If there's one thing everyone realized right away, was that Sia hadn't done this for praise and attention. It was a selfless act, and had her fan not blown her cover, no one would have ever known who she really was. But could she motivate others to do the same? They say that when someone does something nice, others generally fall in line and do the same. But in case anyone was confused by Sia's actions, @ConsciousSis explained that the singer didn't just do this at Walmart. Reports started coming in on social media that someone had gone to the TJ Maxx across the street from Walmart to pay for everyone's things at the register. But was this the one and only Sia, or a copycat do-gooder in disguise? Twitter user Elsie Hurtado posted, "Went to TJ Maxx today and this nice lady decided to pay for everyone's stuff because she won the lottery. Facebook just told my mother it was Sia. I didn't recognize her, and I blame the fact that she hid under that wig for so long." Of course, most people would have a tough time recognizing her. As most Sia fans know, she often hides behind a wig or a big hat while performing music on stage, so fans are more familiar with the sound of her voice than her appearance. This has given her the chance to lead a normal life when she's not doing a concert. Sia has been a professional musician since 1990, and before her wigs became a fixture of pop culture, she had written songs for other artists, including Rihanna's Diamonds and Flo Rida's Wild Ones. Before Titanium was released, Sia had been performing for decades. She was the singer for a jazz band called Crisp, which broke up in 1997. After the band broke up, she released her debut album Only See, which sold about 1,200 copies when it was released. In the years to follow, Sia released 3 more albums, which were all critically acclaimed, and her fame started to grow. This led to an uncomfortable moment for the star, who realized that she didn't want to have a recognizable face anymore. The moment that led to Sia's decision to back away from the spotlight happened in 2010. During dinner with a friend, where her friend revealed to her that she was diagnosed with cancer, a fan came up to Sia and asked for a photo. In this moment, she wanted anonymity more than anything, so she backed away from the spotlight. Sia took a break from performing in 2010 to focus on writing for other artists, and during this time she recorded a demo for the song Titanium. This song blew up across the world, and the lead singer to be recognized the world over, but not by her face. The singer Sia retired from performing because she no longer wanted the pressure of being a performer who worked long hours touring the world. So when Titanium went viral, she wasn't too happy about it, saying, "I was really upset because I had just retired. I was just trying to be a pop songwriter, not an artist." The singer decided to wear wigs that would cover her face while she performed because she didn't want to have any of the negative effects that come with fame, including being recognized everywhere you go. Her plan to avoid recognition worked, and through the last 10 years, Sia has been able to release solo albums, tour the world, and direct and write a film titled Music, which will be released in 2021, all while still being able to go unrecognized at the grocery store. Other famous people may be absolutely hounded by paparazzi if they even attempt a stunt like Sia's. But that's one of the reasons why fans look up to the Australian songstress. She is humble enough not to show off her worth when it's unnecessary. The singer's plan worked, and ultimately she can typically go unnoticed in her day-to-day life when she isn't performing. That is, unless an absolutely die-hard fan just so happens to catch her performing a good deed for some unsuspecting customers. Only a hardcore fan like Mexican Loca would have recognized Sia in her civilian clothes. The Aussie singer had her hair tied in a high bun, and she was wearing a long coat, so most people wouldn't have ever known had it not been for that one fan. But everyone was very grateful to Sia, and they showed it. There are plenty of ways to say thank you, and one shopper decided to thank Sia by giving her flowers while the music star was busy swiping her credit card to pay for someone else's groceries. While some stars allow their fame to get to their heads, Sia restored everyone's faith in humanity by paying for everyone's merchandise and even complimenting a couple of babies along the way. So even those who aren't familiar with her music are now familiar with her larger-than-life generosity.